High above Bhutan's jagged ridges, power lines stretch like steel veins, bridging nature and human ambition. This is the story of engineers who build against the mountain, so villages, cities, and future dreams can be powered. In Bhutan, the highest transmission voltage in regular use is 400 kilovolts, a lifeline for hydropower flowing from mountain dams. These are not simple lines. Many are double-circuit, built to be robust, and to export electricity beyond Bhutan's borders. Much of this power comes from Hydropower Station, channeled across transmission lines to India. But building these lines is not easy. Bhutan's steep slopes and high altitude demand special design. Because of altitude, insulation strength weakens, so they use high insulation conductors, unique ACSR types. Ground wires above the conductors help shield against lightning. Many have optical fiber woven in, OPGW. A transmission line engineer, his job? Navigate weather, altitude, and nature's unpredictability. Team often depends on helicopters to deliver tower parts to remote peaks and challenging terrain. Not roads, but air. When crews assemble, they use ropes, pulleys, and sheer human grit to erect each lattice in midair. In monsoon season, inspections become a race against landslides and flooding. At high altitudes, wind speeds can exceed safe limits, demanding towers built for extreme stress. To test these towers, engineers simulate wind loading and tension. Every bolt, every strand matters. This isn't just about building, it's about protecting Bhutan's future. Electrifying remote communities changes lives. Children study by electric lamps. Farmers run pumps to irrigate fields. They rely on these very lines. The western and central grid of transmission line in Bhutan is dense comparing to other parts of Bhutan. The transmission line system spans major interconnections, Chuka to Simtoka, and export lines into India. In 2024, BPC commissioned a new 220 kilovolt double-circuit line from Chuka to Jamji to strengthen capacity. This upgrade boosts stability in the western grid and supports industrial growth like Industrial Park. Yet building on steep private land has its costs, both human and financial. Behind every tower is not just steel, but a network of stories. Engineers, villagers, industry, and nature. These lines don't just transmit power, they transmit hope, connection, and opportunity. But making them resilient takes innovation. Optical fibers, lightning protection, and real-time monitoring. BPC is even using drones to inspect remote lines, saving time, improving safety, and reducing risk. They monitor towers from a remote regional control center, making grid operations smarter and faster. This isn't just engineering, it's a modern symphony of technology and tradition. Every wire, every tower is rooted in Bhutan's commitment to sustainability and community. Engineers often perform high-risk inspections, living on the edge for the good of the country. They buckle themselves in not just for steel, but for people, for homes lit, for schools powered. And when storms hit, these lines must hold. Towers rocking, cables humming under tension. Lightning rods and ground wires protect against strikes, safeguarding both metal and mountain. Beyond safety, the design respects Bhutan's natural beauty. Towers are routed to minimize environmental impact. Engineers consult with local communities, not just for power, but for harmony with land. Planned upgrades include substations to support growing demand in villages and cities of Bhutan. At Norbugang Industrial Park, a new 400/220/66 kilovolt GIS substation is underway, an engineering milestone. When completed, this substation will feed 200 megavolt amperes of power, fueling Bhutan's industrial dream. These lines help export hydropower to India, strengthening regional ties while securing Bhutan's future. And yet the grid is evolving. Bhutan is planning a new 400 kilovolt network for even bigger ambitions. This isn't just growth, it's a commitment to sustainable engineering built for people and planet. He watches lines he helped build. He thinks of the future, clean energy, reliable power, a connected Bhutan. He remembers climbing here in freezing wind, rain, and snow. But he says, it's worth it, because each tower is more than steel. It's a promise that Bhutan's mountains won't block her dreams. Engineering against nature, yes, but also engineering with nature, respecting it and harnessing its power. Bhutan's transmission lines are more than infrastructure. They're lifelines of progress carved into the sky. They prove that with courage and care, we can power the future without giving up our roots.